JL Media is back live. It is live from the Oasis Lounge, downtown Indianapolis, part of the Murrah building. We're finally doing it. Miss Mandy.
Hey, hey.
How was Christmas with Santa this morning?
Breakfast with Santa was awesome. I had pancakes with the big man himself.
See, I said Christmas with Santa. I'm still stuck in the party from last night.
It's Christmas time. So
Creative Zombie Studios had a big party last night, and I think I'm still stuck over there.
Yeah. Looks like you had a good time.
I had a very good time.
I saw pictures.
We got a very good show tonight here at the Egyptian Room in downtown Indianapolis. The very first band is sitting with us right now. If I Was Royalty. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Who are we talking to here?
I'm Stella.
Stella, what do you do in the band?
I sing.
You're front lady.
Yep.
Okay. And next?
I'm Madison, and I play the drums.
Madison is the drummer.
A female drummer. Wow.
That is very cool. And you, brother?
I'm Tristan. I play the guitar.
Okay. And we know what that leaves you with.
Bass, Harley.
Do they put Harley? Did they put a microphone in front of you?
Yeah.
So you're used to it?
No. No.
So the lies have already begun. Okay. That's a good bass player. Just keep turning it up. You guys are part of the Ash Rock program from Sam Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it started like about 4.5 years ago, or almost 5 years now. And it started with Preston Nash being a drum teacher at Sam Ash. And then he thought that he had the idea of teaching kids how to play rock music in a band. And then he just started the program, and it kind of just started off from there.
That's a question I've always had. And I know Preston and Rocky, I love them to death. Is it always just rock? I mean, is there any other genre that plays there? I mean, I'm going to have to ask Rocky that, I guess. But
there's like different variations of rock. There's like some jazz kind of.
Okay.
Like there's softer and there's heavier bands. It depends on what band you're in.
Okay. So you guys are rock stars now? I mean,
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
you're kind of young. Rock has changed since Mandy and I. Well, rock has changed, but since Mandy and I. I'm a little bit older than she is. What's your favorite rock band? Yeah.
Probably Pearl Jam or Green Day.
Okay.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yes.
And you?
I like Patsy Cline and No Doubt. The band.
Okay, that's a
Gwen
very.
Stefani fan.
That is a very interesting combination there.
Yeah.
How long have you been singing? How old are you anyway?
I'm 12, but I've been singing for since I was 4.
Oh, my goodness.
You're
She said
12
she's 12.
years old.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to go through here again. How old are you?
I'm 14.
Okay.
I'm 13.
And?
I'm 14.
All right.
I'm having a conversation with my teenage son right now. Like, I feel like sitting here with my kid.
12 years old. How long have you been in the program?
For about a year now.
Okay, you do not look 12. Are you nervous about tonight?
Yeah, but more excited than
No, you should
anything.
be. That's a
Yeah.
nice stage in there. You guys have already played out before, right?
Yeah.
Preston's taken you out. Where have you played?
An arcade called Ben and Ari's, and we also played the Sam Ash store.
Oh, up in Castleton.
Yeah.
Ben and Ari's up in Castleton. I know them both well. Spend too much money at Ben and Ari's. Yes, I do. 47 years old. This lady is 12 years old. This is your
I know.
daughter. Wow. Okay. Brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I have a little sister named Edie.
Edie?
Yeah.
It's back here waving at us.
Oh,
Hey,
there
there.
she is.
Is she going to follow in your footsteps in the program as well?
She wants to play drums. So.
Oh, very cool.
Very
nice.
Yeah.
That is very nice. How did you get started with it? You've been there a year.
Well, my mom's actually a hairdresser, so one of her clients told her about the Ash Rock program.
Right.
And that's how we found out about it, and then I just started, and I've been enjoying it ever since.
Well, most 12-year-olds, I can't even say it. She's 12, Mandy.
I can't wrap my mind around this.
Okay. most kids your age, and you're still a kid, though. But look at this.
Yeah.
They look
I'm
like a band
impressed
when
that
they
they're
walk in.
passionate. You know, this age, so many kids lose their passion for everything. They just
Exactly. How
They
did
don't wanna
it
do anything.
start? You're not playing with Barbies anymore. I mean, you've put some time into this.
No more Barbies.
There's a passion here going on.
Yeah.
So what's the drive that pushes you to the stage?
Um,
Was Mom a singer too?
Nobody in my family sings. I don't really know where I got it, but my drive would probably have to be my grandma Nancy. She passed away a few years ago of brain cancer, and I just want to do it for her.
Okay. All right. Gwen Stefani and Patsy Cline. Who turns you on to Patsy? Because that's my jam.
My grandpa.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm feeling old over here, man.
And
You're
I
gonna have
love
to
Gwen, so.
You're gonna have to help me out over here. What led you to drums?
To be honest, I don't even know. Like, I just woke up one day and I was like, hey, I want to play the drums.
Really?
So,
And how long ago was that?
like 2 years ago, I think.
Still, that's very. You guys are.
You just
very
want to
young.
beat the heck out of stuff. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, we know you're in the Ashrock program, and we were expecting you to be young, but not this young, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I know 12 years old blew me away, but have you ever wanted to play anything else besides drums?
I play bass and some guitar.
Wow. Some guitar.
Jack of all
I'm
trades.
not very good, but I try.
Okay. Have you ever stepped out front to do a little singing?
No, I can't sing.
Okay. All right. Guitar. Tell me about you, brother.
Well, I started about 2 years ago, and I played piano for 6 years, and I decided I didn't really like the music, so I went to Sam Ash to buy something. I was going to start out with drums, and then I took a drum lesson and a guitar lesson, and I like guitar better.
All right. So, who's your favorite guitarist? There's got to be an inspiration there.
I think Steve Vai.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I was a Steve Vai guy. I think it'd be great when David Lee Roth came out and did his thing, and that's really when Steve made a name for himself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about bass? Ever try the bass?
Yeah, I played some bass. I only started that about 6 months ago, maybe.
You nervous about tonight?
Not really.
Okay.
We're more excited.
How many shows have you done out now?
How many shows?
If I Was Royalty, we've done Ben and Aries, and we've done Sam Ash, and
the St. Lawrence Festival.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Yacht Club.
Indianapolis.
Yacht
Yeah.
Club.
there we go.
I couldn't say it. I just stopped.
We're starting to get them loosened up a little bit here, some more of them talking. All right, tell me about the bass, brother.
I've pretty much had music in my life ever since I was born, because Preston Nash and Rocky Nash were my parents. So I've been playing drums ever since I was born. I picked up bass like 5 years ago. Well, I asked for a bass like 5 years ago, and then I didn't play it for like 2 years. And then one night I think I was in trouble and I couldn't go outside. So then I just picked up the book that they got me with my bass, and then I put on the bass and started playing it through the book. And then I went through the book like in a night.
Really?
And then I started doing it in Ashrock. But when I started Ashrock, I was going to start with bass, but then I started with drums. And then I played bass for a couple of other bands, but they didn't really last. And then now I play guitar in one band, and bass for this band, and drums in a few other bands.
So well-seasoned 14-year-old,
That's
isn't it?
very, very cool.
Who are some of your inspirations, brother? Mom and Dad?
Yeah, my dad mostly, because he plays drums. And then my mom, she helps with it too, with singing. And then like Les Claypool and just the whole Tool band, period.
Sure. Yeah.
And then Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that was one
I
of
like
the
how
main
he's got
two.
his my shirt.
So I didn't even see the shirt.
Yeah, he pulled it up.
Well, he's behind the computer over
Oh,
here. I
I
can't
can
see
see
him.
him.
I just got the top of his head
I
over
saw
here.
it.
So what's going on tonight with you guys? You guys are opening up. Well, you're going live at 7, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right here at the Egyptian Room.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big stage. I'm nervous for you guys. I'm going to be backstage. I'm going to cheer you on from back there. But I can't imagine taking the stage, especially if I had to perform. So I'm proud of you guys.
Have you guys got to stand up on that stage yet?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cool, huh? When you look out into the room, it's very awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been down to the dressing room yet? You got to go
Mhm.
down all those stairs and then
Yeah.
come all the way back up. You
It's
ever
a
been to the dressing
workout.
room before, Johnny? It's like down
yeah,
like
I've been to
3
a dress,
flights.
but not here.
It's like down 3 flights
okay,
of
what
stairs.
were you doing
like,
at the Egyptian Room?
We're all natural born artists.
You know what?
I've been here for a few performances.
I completely forgot about that, would you? Yeah, I've been in the room,
Yeah.
but not on the stage.
Yeah, I've been on the stage and then down in the dressing room and stuff. It's far down there. It's like in the dark dungeon basement.
You need to get Mason and Trent involved in the Ash Rock program.
I do. Actually, Darren and I were talking about it with Trent, with Mason.
And Darren's your husband's a musician as well.
He
right?
is. He's a bass player. So he loves the bass.
Ah, I see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He a Cheap Trick fan too?
I don't know if he's going to Cheap
The
Trick
parents
fan,
are
but-
looking at me like, what is this guy talking about? Normally we interview adults with alcohol involved, so I'm trying to figure out my way through this and not make you guys mad at me or get sued or beat up over here. Tell me about the name of the band, If I Was Royalty.
Okay, so our original band name was Nuclear Nation, and we didn't really like that anymore. And so, who came up? Was it? Did you come
Yeah,
up
I
with
came up with that.
it? Yeah, and she came up. Didn't you come with If I Was Royalty too?
Yeah, my grandma's horse. She has a horse. Well, she had a horse that died a couple of weeks ago, sadly.
Oh, no.
And
Aw.
the horse's name was If I Were King.
Okay.
And so we changed it to royalty because we had a female singer, so it'd be kind of weird to like.
Yeah, have King.
Yeah. So we just changed it to royalty and made it grammatically correct
With
was.
yeah.
So you're named after a horse.
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, how many band name changes has there been?
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Okay. And how long has this band been together? I know you've only been around a year, right? At 12 years old?
Yeah, but at first they didn't have, I wasn't their lead singer for when they first started the band.
Mm-hmm.
So then halfway through, Preston Nash kind of switched it up a little bit and then put me with them. So it was kind of, I wasn't always with this band. But,
Okay. And you were with someone before?
yeah, I was with a band called the Underage Bartenders. It was, that was my starting band.
I know a few of those as well, yeah.
I'm going to see that band.
So tell me about the songwriting here. We're doing a couple of originals?
Yeah, we have 3 originals, and we're working on
A
like
fourth.
4th and 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys yourself write, or do you have help with Rocky and Preston?
Well, Madison and I write some of our originals. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we work together on
Okay.
the lyrics, yeah.
And the guys?
And yeah,
Yeah.
we'll have an idea with like
do a lot of musical
instrumentation,
starts, yeah.
and then we'll go from there with like the notes that we line. Like if I have a bass line, then we'll get the notes from that and make it into a chorus or a verse or maybe even a bridge.
Right.
It usually just happens either at the room like that we practice in or at home, and we'll bring it to the room and have a suggestion to make it an original.
Yeah, I see. All right. This is a great program. Ash Rock is a great program. You guys are great kids, you can tell. Definitely some talent sitting here. What is the worst part about this band? It's a question you're not going to get a lot. What's the one thing you guys would change?
I can't
Here,
think of
I'm going to
any.
do a Yoko Ono and break
I
them
love
up
this
right here
band.
before the
I
show.
know.
That's
They're
why
going to be like, oh, man, this is the
I
time
have
we have
no
to talk
idea
bad
why I
about
asked
each
that
I don't
other.
question.
know.
I'm
There's
sorry,
really
Rocky.
nothing.
Maybe it's not
Yeah.
about the band, but what's the worst part about being a musician? The dedication, the practice time.
The patience.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
patience
the
on getting
patience,
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Like because like some things you have to like when you're learning a cover and it's fast and it's faster than you usually play, then you have to get up to that speed, and it's frustrating at times when you're learning a new
Yes.
cover and it's faster than your usual speed.
Yeah.
So what kind of covers you guys do? You do any Cheap Trick?
No.
We had
used to.
one,
Oh.
but
But
It got cut.
let's just say I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy that song that
Ah.
much.
Okay. All right. So who picks the covers?
We
all of
do.
us do.
Yeah.
we
like
kind of
take
do like a
turns.
we have a
We have an order
order
that we go
Right.
through.
schedule.
Okay. Well, that's all right. That's fine. That's fine. So tonight we're going live at 7 o'clock. You guys are the first band on.
Mhm.
Yep.
How long we're playing? How long is the set?
Like 35
Like 30 to
minutes.
35 minutes.
Yeah.
8 songs.
No, that's a solid set.
Very fun.
Yes.
It's a solid set. Any originals in it? Is it
3.
all
Yeah,
three?
three. All
Three.
three
Oh,
of
very
them.
nice. I like that. I'm excited about tonight, man.
It's going to be fun.
If I was royalty, I like that.
Everybody needs to clear their schedule and come down here and check these kids out.
I do. It is the Egyptian Room downtown Indianapolis.
2,000
We are live from the Oasis Lounge, just to the left of the Egyptian Room. Same building. It's a big old building. Get a whole lot of hay, wouldn't it, man?
Don't look at me like that.
It is a big building. These guys are going to do great here. You guys, what do your friends think about the band? I mean, as
Okay.
young as you are,
Did
I
you
mean, it's
tell
got to
them?
be cool, right?
The only like friends that I have that like enjoy this type of music are these guys.
Oh. Okay.
Because
All right, guys, what do the girls think about, the fact that you play guitar?
I don't know.
I think you're a little too young for that.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
we got a 14-year-old.
No.
They're not too young, trust me.
But like
They have family in the room, though. They're
Doesn't
not
matter.
gonna-
Well,
Don't let them fool you.
a lot of them aren't into this kind of music,
Yeah.
I guess.
Doesn't matter. You still play guitar.
But it's different
You
nowadays.
play guitar in a rock band. It's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
The times have changed that much.
they think most like not just girls, like most people just think it's weird that we play music at such a young age.
Oh, well, I think it's
Oh,
awesome.
I think it's wonderful. Yeah.
Or they're like almost not in awe, or like in awe, like that we play at such a young age. So it's like they're not gonna be like, oh my gosh, you actually do that. It's like oh my gosh, you actually do that, and they like give you that weird look.
I
You
think
give
it's-
them that weird look back. Oh my gosh, you don't do that?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's just flipping cool.
I
That's
do
just
too. I
very
think
cool.
it's awesome.
So you went through the whole book the night when you got the bass out, kind of in spite. Now your mom's back in the
Yeah.
room. We're gonna bring that back up.
Yeah. So like they just got me like a beginner bass,
Right.
and then it just sat and out of tune. Strings got rusted. But then I picked it up because I was bored, and then I plugged it in and started listening to the dude. And the only thing that he told me on the DVD was how to tune. So I was like, okay, this is kind of boring. So I just go through the book and I start playing the little things, and I got pretty much through most of them. If it sounded like boring, I didn't like it that much.
I know a secret.
Yeah.
I want to know about your dating lives. I hear you guys like.
Getting a little personal.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Of course we are. This is what we do. We are interviewers.
We have the 411. You might as well go ahead and tell us.
Okay.
Take it away, Harley.
Everybody's so shy.
I think I'm even blushing with all of them. I think I am. What was the text you just got? So
It says that
he's not going to tell us. We're going to.
Harley and Stella are dating. Madison and Tristan are too.
Who did that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to know who said
It's
Oh
okay,
my
guys. I have a
goodness.
14-year-old. He tells me about his love life. It's okay. I'm a cool mom.
And I was worried about breaking up the band a minute ago. and
I
here you are.
know. Okay, we won't have to talk about your dating life.
Okay.
Dating life. How do you date at this age? Yeah, how does this work at 14? to
Supervised.
12? I don't even remember. It's been like eons ago for me.
I don't know.
Do you guys go on dates?
Hang out.
I
mean,
guess.
Yeah, we all kind of just hang out together.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like.
In groups?
Yeah.
You like hold hands at practice or something? I don't.
No.
No.
It's kind of hard to do that when
Yeah.
you're playing bass, drums, and guitar at the same time. She called my foot.
No.
That is very cool. Do you have any trouble hitting some notes at 12 years old? Because I can't wait to hear your range.
Well,
I can't get over she's 12.
I mean, I would say I have a pretty good range because I can go pretty high but low at the same time.
Right.
But I'd say like really, really high notes are really hard for me to hit.
I'm getting some nods from back in the.
Yeah, we're getting
crowd
confirmation
here
that you're
to-
awesome. The
Yeah,
crowd.
So awesome.
All your fan club's behind you, and they're all saying, yeah, she's awesome.
They're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. Rocky, what do we need to be talking about with these guys? Miss Rocky Nash is in the house. How are you doing, dear?
I'm just fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. You get everything set up over there and get it ready for these guys?
I think so. I'm about to go hit the stage again to see if we can pull some of the KIST guys. I grabbed the lead singer for Death by Misadventure, who's waiting in the wings for you as well.
We will grab him in just a second. Would you give us a quick rundown about what's going on in the Egyptian room tonight?
Absolutely. We have a couple of our ash rock bands, one of our kid bands, which you've been hearing so far, If I Was Royalty. And then we also have one of our adult bands, which is the Death by Misadventure band that I was just talking about. They're an AC/DC tribute band, the Bon Scott era. And they were the catalyst for this whole event this evening. And then we have the KIST tribute to KISS band. coming on to round out the evening. It's also a fundraiser for Riley Children's Fund, and we're gathering toys for Tots. It's a free show. You come on in, bring a new boxed, unwrapped toy. We have boxes and a bunch of Marines, and the Gordon Pipers are going to be here.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Help collect and play and perform and do all kinds of things for us. And then there'll be little red buckets to collect money for the Riley Children's Fund as well.
All right. Now, if they cannot make it to the Egyptian room tonight, is there still a way that we can donate?
Absolutely. Sam Ash Music, we have the Riley Children's Hospital buckets all around the store. Every event that we do is to raise money for the music therapy program for Riley Children's Hospital. And as for Toys for Tots, I would contact your nearest Marine, and there are boxes all over the place for those.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get the lead singer up here in just a moment. Make sure that Preston gets over here to see him. You're not going to have to hug his neck.
Absolutely. In fact, that's one of the people I was going to go track down for you right now.
That is Miss Rocky Nash. Thank you, darling.
Sure.
Any parting words you guys want to leave with us? What do we need to know about If I Was Royalty?
Well, we just recently got some If I Was Royalty shirts.
Oh, yeah.
You
And
have
wristbands.
swag.
Yes, we
And
do.
do you have big boy sizes?
Yes.
Yes,
So
yeah,
you got like a double X?
probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
I'll be buying one of those
Oh, yeah.
tonight then.
Can we get your autograph on them?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, when we get over there tonight, we're going to get pictures with you guys as well, too. I don't know if they told you, but I've got a video crew coming through for some backstage stuff with us. We're trying to look cool by hanging on your coattails, so thank you for letting that happen. Guys, it was wonderful meeting you. You guys break your leg tonight and own that stage.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Wonderful meeting you. Thank you. Dude, can
That
you
is
believe
so
how young
awesome.
these kids are?
I know. I can't believe it.
Well,
I
they-
can't wait to get Mace side up.
They walked in here. You could tell they were a rock band.
Mm-hmm.
It's just phenomenal.
I just still think it's funny. Kids nowadays don't think it's cool.
How does that even work? Thank you, sir.
I don't know. Kids nowadays need to know it's cool.
It is absolutely. I'm trying to high five the little girl and everything.
They're
Not the
so
lead singer, but
awesome.
her little sister. Yeah,
That was so cool.
it is very cool. And look at them. They are ready. We're playing the Egyptian room. Yeah, no big deal.
I mean, yep.
I haven't played the Egyptian
They
room.
look so calm and so ready. Just like it's nothing. Everyday thing.
That's what they do, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Knock your dead, guys. We'll see you soon.
Good luck tonight. We'll see you.
There we go.
I
If
heard
I
that.
Was Royalty, yes. If I Was Royalty is on Facebook. They're on Instagram. They're everywhere. You can buy the T-shirt. You can check out their schedule and the whole 9 yards. So we're going to be hooking that up and
We'll
making
share
sure.
it on our page.
Absolutely.
Get them some likes. That'd
Absolutely.
be awesome.
That's a cool shirt. I got to get this shirt now. That's going to happen tonight.
I'm so excited about that. I'm pumped.
We are sitting down with another lead singer, and dare I say, sir, you're not 12 years old.
Maybe double, or triple. I'm not,
Isn't that amazing? That little girl's 12 years old when she came in here, and she's lead singer of that band. And
I tell you what, and she's a doll.
oh yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yes.
She's gorgeous. They didn't make 12-year-olds like that when I was a kid.
No.
That's not at all. Well, what is your
Probably a
name,
good
sir?
thing.
We are just meeting. I didn't get to meet you.
I'm Robin Clark.
Robin Clark, and you're the lead singer of Death by Misadventure.
Yeah.
Tell me about the band, brother.
Well, we're an AC/DC tribute band,
All right.
and we've been playing together for a couple years here, and used to play a lot of different kind of music, and we would go out and play different venues. And whenever we got off stage, people would always come up and just rave about the AC/DC stuff.
Ah.
And our illustrious bass player, John Corvette.
The guy's real name is John
It's
Corvette.
his real
What a
name
cool
on the
name.
birth certificate.
That is a great name.
It's a great name. I was going to change my last name to Ferrari or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But no, he said, we enjoy doing that so much and everybody likes it, we should play just AC/DC.
Right.
So I always say, when I do this, I have to slip into my Bon Scott overalls and put his character on and change my voice a little bit.
A little bit. I like that, yes.
So, it's a lot of fun. We've been doing it ever since, and everywhere we go, we get invited back, and everybody's really digging it. So here we are.
So it's AC/DC because those were the songs that the crowd was loving.
That's
seemed
it.
to work.
Yeah.
Why the Bon Scott era?
Well, number one, that's the band's favorite era. We like that. Number two, I do Bon Scott, and I don't do Brian Johnson. So
I get it.
It's two different ball games there.
So how far do you get into the tribute show? Is the costumes there as well?
Is
Angus Young gonna be jumping around stage?
We've talked about that a little bit, but I had our lead guitarist Rusty Roser was talking about putting on the Angus outfit,
right?
And I said, dude, it's almost Christmas. You're just going to look like an elf dancing around on stage with a guitar in your hand. So no, not tonight.
Okay, well that I can understand. Does he still do the moves?
Yes, he does. He's pretty
moves.
darn good at it. Yeah, he can. I tried to skip across the room like that, and I tripped and fell. So, but no, he's very good at it.
So, are any other members of the band coming over?
Yeah, there will be. We'll probably get Rusty over here to talk to you, and Jimmy Holsizer, who is our drummer.
Jimmy Holsizer.
Jimmy Holsizer.
These have to be stage names. Come on, brother.
They're not. They're all our real names, and I know one. Preston Nash plays with us as well, but Preston happens to be the drummer for KIST.
Right.
So we're lucky enough to have Memphis Drake sitting in for Preston tonight.
Okay,
Memphis has played in a lot of bands.
This I did not know. Memphis Drake.
Now Memphis
Josh Drake is playing drums?
Yeah, Memphis, what's that?
He's playing drums?
No.
Okay.
No, Preston plays guitar in our band. He plays rhythm. And
that I didn't know.
But he's a drummer also, and he's the drummer for KIST.
I had no idea that.
It takes about 2 hours to get into costume, and therefore he could not, have the time to do that. So Memphis, and that's the one guy that's a nickname, Memphis.
Oh, yes.
That Josh Drake. And,
yes, Josh Drake.
Memphis Drake. Yeah, a lot of people know him.
A lot of people know him as Memphis. That's how he got the name from his Elvis impersonating days.
You got it.
Yes, I know Memphis. We have drank some whiskey together in the past. He's
well,
a good boy.
Perhaps you and Memphis and I'll have to sit down later. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, since we brought up the whole Elvis thing, tell me about this hair game you got going on, because that is I love your hair, brother.
You like my hair?
Absolutely.
I was kind of looking at your hair.
I try and get mine to do the same thing. It's too short right now.
We're going to have the hair talk.
I do. Respect the hair. Look at it, man.
I know.
There was no way I could not mention that. We're talking about Josh Drake. I didn't know. I'm so looking forward to it because
Josh has got the hair now.
Oh yeah.
When he gets into gear, that hair gets going.
Absolutely.
And there's no stopping it.
The night just got better because we've been trying to schedule a night we get together and have a drink, and it's just not worked out for us. He does a very late night stuff. He started doing his solo acoustic stuff, but he's still out, late at night.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I'm getting old. I can't
He's
handle
a
it
traveling
anymore.
man.
I am too old to run with him, but
yeah.
I can still. I almost said I could hang with him when we're drinking, but that would be a lie.
Yeah.
I try. I'm falling out, and his face is just turning red.
Yeah. Well, speaking of drinking, are you familiar with where the Death by Misadventure came from?
Yes, I am. Go ahead and tell the story.
Okay. Well, Bon Scott, when he passed away. It was technically alcohol poisoning, as most of the world knows, but when they picked him up and took him to the coroner wrote on his death certificate that he died of death by misadventure. So, again, when I get out with these guys like Memphis Drake and so forth, I'm kind of filling the shoes of Bon here, and it's always in the back of my mind that, I got to be real careful hanging out with these guys.
Yeah. I can't stay out and drink with him. You know, he has to come over to the house where I
Yeah.
can crash and he can leave. And no,
Yeah.
I can't do it. Tell us about you and music, brother.
You know, I started playing music at a young age, and, you know, would go down in the basement, the old cement basement, with my old guitar and Silvertone amplifier and turn it up full blast and tune all the keys to just harmonize, or all the strings to just harmonize to each other, and start strumming out tunes, you know, and I was playing the KIST songs and all this stuff. And then, you know, I started taking a few lessons and started moving forward with it. Got together with some guys in high school. We had a little basement band going on, and you know, talent shows and stuff like that. When I went to school, I went to Ball State University, and got hooked up with some guys there, and they were some very, very good musicians up from Ball State. Our lead guitarist was a professor of classical music, and at nighttime he was a rock star. But hooked up with those guys, started singing with them, and you know, I played with several other guys throughout the years after college, and I met up with John Corvette again, and he was practicing one night, and they had just lost their singer, and I heard him up in his studio in his own home, and I said, John, you know, I can do that Bon Scott stuff. And he just kind of looked at me, and not much else was said at that point. And about 2 weeks later, I got a phone call, said, hey, we're doing a studio rehearsal tonight at Sam Ash, and wanted to know if I wanted to come try out. So I said, sure, I'll be there. And I went in, and we did one song, and they looked at me and said, you know, I think you're our new lead singer. And I said, well, I knew that before I got here, guys. So.
I love that.
What a story.
What was the song? You remember?
It was Sin City.
Ah.
And today it's kind of our signature song. It's my favorite song we do. It's just a powerful, hard-hitting song, and I like it.
All right. Is there one that you do regularly that you wish you didn't have to?
Yeah, there is.
'Cause this is what I'm gonna be looking for
You know,
tonight,
there's some old songs out there that people don't probably even know, and they'll
Yeah.
hear them tonight and go, "What's this song? You know, is that AC/DC? What's Next to the Moon is one of them."
Yeah.
And you know, if there was any song we would cut, I would probably say, "Yeah, let's cut that one." But
Right.
it happens to be our drummer's favorite song, so. I'm good with it, though. The more we do it, the more I like it, and the more fun that song is becoming. But, you know, most all the tunes everybody likes and will know, most of them.
When were you first turned on to AC/DC?
I think probably in my 1969 Firebird rolling down Lafayette Road here in Indianapolis, and turned on the old radio, you know, with those wedge speakers in the back, and heard this song and went, oh, my God, who are these guys? So it was a long time ago. It was
Right.
really when they first started, and became a big fan right off the bat.
I'm like one of those mainstream guys that it was Back in Black that turned me on to them. And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to start going and checking out the earlier stuff.
So that was back in about 1978.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was DJing back then, so I kind of remember what songs came out. So.
Oh, that's very cool. That's
Yeah.
very cool. I was 10.
10. Okay. I'm not telling
I'm
you
not
how
gonna
old I
say
was
anything.
then.
That's quite all right.
Yeah.
I feel much better now that the 12-year-old I hear I was sitting with was making me feel old.
Well, I was in
'Cause
college,
she was 12.
so
Man.
It's making me feel old. I feel like I was talking to my kids.
You an AC/DC fan?
I
Maybe?
am, actually, yes.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm always learning stuff about you every time we sit down
I
together.
love all music, like all of it.
I try to. I try to. Some
There's
of the
just
stuff
very
now
few music that I can't get into rap, but
Not
just about
anymore.
every
I
other
can't.
kind of music.
I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and we sat down with real musicians on this show, and then I got to hear Bieber, and I can't.
Okay, yeah, I'm not a Bieber fan either. I don't have Bieber.
My stomach hurts now. Okay.
yeah.
It is live from. We are at the Oasis Lounge in the room. Well, I guess part of the Mirage. We're talking about the show tonight. It's a Toys for Tot charity drive right here in the Egyptian Room. 7 p.m. is when they're going live. They're going to start with a young ash rock band. Don't leave us yet. Hang out with us. I'm just
getting hot over
I'm
here.
just doing my thing because I'm going to ask him to sit down in this chair instead of the one he's sitting in. It is the Oasis Lounge. We're at the Morale. The Oasis Lounge is now run by just either one of them's fine. The Oasis Lounge is now, well, it's a Shriners Club. It's what it is. But it is now run by my buddy Brad Klopp from the Antelope Club. Hey, brother.
Johnny, how are you, brother?
We're doing well over here now that we got going.
Cool.
And
Hey, I'm glad you're in here, man.
We had to wait a little while, brother. You an AC/DC fan?
Yes, I am.
This gentleman is performing as Bon Scott this evening.
I saw their truck outside at the loading dock. I'm
Sick.
excited. I saw you on the marquee.
Yeah.
Man, this is big time.
We're excited to play for everybody.
Not
tonight,
everybody
so.
gets to play at the Murat.
Yeah.
That's just it. The Ash Rock band that was here when you came in, lead singer's 12 years old. I'm still over here spinning.
I saw them. That looked like a cool group.
Oh, it's going to be very cool. It's going to be very cool.
Speak of the devil.
And the devil's walked in. Tell you what, let me get this man on the mic real quick. We'll get both of them on the mic. Yeah, there you go. Have a seat. Memphis, you know what's up, brother. Come here.
Don't even start.
Come here, brother. Come here. You know what's up.
Oh, you want to go there? Okay, I'll go over there first.
This is how we do it live on the air.
Nothing like a little dead air just to keep people interested.
Sorry, that is Memphis Josh Drake. I'm not in the same room with him if I'm not hugging his neck. That's a
is a
good
true
guy
thing.
right here, brother. We were just talking about you.
That's unfortunate. How are we?
This is Brad Klopp. Brad runs the Antelope Club across the street, and he also now runs the Oasis Lounge here as well.
So, welcome.
Right on.
I
Thank
am
you for
a
having
proud member of the Antelope Club. I'm an Antelope. I don't know if we got a call sign or anything yet, but
Nah,
they haven't let me in on that.
What
But-
sound does the antelope make?
I have no idea. That's what I need to figure out.
They're wily. They sneak up on you.
Sounds about right.
Before we get started with our two new guests, and we're rejoined by Miss Rocky Nash, tell us a little bit about the Antelope Club, Brad.
Cool little private club downtown. It's on Delaware Street North. Been around for 52 years in our location. Started by some politicians and other drunkards, and it's kind of stayed that way for about 50 years. So having a nice little revival that kind of coincides with what's going on downtown here. It's nice being close to Mass Ave, walking distance to the Circle. Cheap drinks. We try to have all the drinks you could have gotten in 1964 when we first opened. So you come in, hang out, watch the sunset on the balcony, and I call it kind of a fraternity house for adults.
That is the one place in town I can get PBR, Old Style, and Lone Star.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the stars.
All the stars. I had to start the day with a Lone Star a while ago. So.
Yeah. Until
Before
the
we get
authorities
started-
came in, you used to be able to get a black label, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That is the Antelope Club. You guys got to check them out. That is just a comfortable place for me. I just love to go in there and sit down with Taylor or Sean and just have a beer. And got a good bunch of guys hanging out down there.
Thank you, Johnny. Like having you come in.
Memphis Josh Drake. Brother,
Hi, Johnny.
We were talking about you before you come in, so I'm glad that you did.
Well, I'm here, and I'm glad to be here.
You know, I've been in Sam Ash several times in the last couple of weeks talking about coming over here and doing this thing, and you never told me you were going to be a part
I
of it.
wanted it to be a surprise. I just wanted to hug your neck the minute you saw me.
It was a surprise. It was a surprise. Introduce us to the guest to your left, my friend.
Miss Nash?
This is Paul
Actually,
Stanley.
Your
No,
left.
it's not actually Paul Stanley. It's
To your left.
hey, I always like to do. Is this thing on?
Yeah.
No. Hey, my name's Michael Paul. I play the Star Child in KIST, tribute to KISS,
Right.
and we're fortunate enough to be here today. So thanks for having us.
Well, tell us about the band, brother.
Well, the band obviously is a tribute to KISS, and it's been in some form or another around for about 16 years now.
Wow.
So we try to come out and pay homage to what we consider, if not the greatest, one of the greatest rock and roll bands in rock history.
I'll do respect to AC/DC and Bon Scott.
Absolutely.
But yes, he's right. That's
Hey,
are you
great
kidding?
combination.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it's gonna be a
I
great
bow
night.
down to these guys over here. You know, they're the headliner tonight.
Well, but we all look at it like everybody's here to have a good time. So it's going to be a great show, and we hope everybody comes out to check it out because I think all three bands will throw down.
And it starts at 7 o'clock at the Egyptian Room, downtown Indianapolis. And now it is a Toys for Tots drive.
That's correct.
So, Rocky, the price of entry.
Actually, it's free. You just come in and hopefully with an
What?
unwrapped, brand new toy in a box, and Also, we're collecting money for the Riley Children's Fund.
There you are. It's really that simple.
Yep.
That's
Just
simple.
show up.
It's Christmas time. We're giving back a little bit.
Here I am bragging about a video crew following me around backstage and everything, and you didn't even tell me you're going to be here, man.
You don't need a video crew.
Brother, I love you. I'm glad that
I
you're
love you
here
too.
tonight. Mr. Paul plays Paul Stanley.
That's correct.
How'd you get started with music, brother?
Well, I was probably a young teenager at that point, and like a lot of kids, it was fun. I learned a real neat lesson and how I got interested in KIST because I saw him on TV when I was really young, and I thought, man, what are these people doing with this makeup? What do you got to do to get on stage? And so I turned the TV off, and then was riding the school bus and heard some really cool music, and I asked the guy who it was, and he showed me, and I'm like, oh my God, it was those goons I saw with the clown makeup on. So it taught me a valuable lesson not to judge a book by the cover.
Oh my God.
And I got into what they were doing, and then of course once you understand the whole philosophy of what's going on, then it kind of made sense. But initially I thought, oh my goodness, really? So it was pretty funny.
How long have you been in this role?
I've been in the role for 16 years, so I like to say I was the Doogie Howser of KISS Tribute Band.
Wow.
Started when I was 12.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
That's a joke. You're supposed to laugh.
No,
okay,
no,
come on.
we just had a
Do we have cue
12-year-old
cards
sitting
here
Did
or
you
not?
see him? He was doing math in his head.
We just had a
He's not good
12-year-old
at that.
sitting here, so a
He goes, he
lead
looks
singer.
terrible for being 28.
Tell me about the makeup, brother. How long does it take to get it on?
Well, we'd like to have about an hour and a half to do the job correctly, and sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. So hopefully,
Now, is there someone helping you, or do you do it yourself?
No. We got to the point. I mean, initially, you just realize that you can't really depend on somebody else. So it's kind of
Brother, I've been married twice. I understand that. So, yeah. Yes.
So you wore makeup both times? Is that what you're saying?
I've done a lot worse than that, Paul. I'll tell you right now. All right. Well, what about the costuming?
Costuming is, sometimes it's gotten a little easier today than it did when we first started because
Right.
there's a few makers out there now that actually specialize in doing that. And they make some really good costumes for people that want to dress up or tribute bands or whatever. But in the beginning, it was kind of tough.
Yeah, I bet. You still doing the platform and everything?
Oh yeah, we've got the 7-inch leather heel. Mm-hmm.
How is it walking in heels?
Well,
I'm a confident heterosexual, but this is something I've always wanted.
Yeah,
about.
I'm glad I'm sitting away from you at this point. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
You're a good-looking man. I got to say that. Now.
I got a face for radio. That's what I've been told. Yeah. Anyway, the shoes you get used to. It was very difficult at first, but like anything else, the real problem is you can't really feel your sole or anything.
Right.
So a quarter-inch guitar cable can cause a real disaster.
Oh, I bet. That's kind of scary.
Can I tell you, having had the privilege of walking around with the members of KIST on several occasions at this point, I'm about 5'6.5", 5'7", and when they're wearing their platforms, because they're all really tall guys for the most part, they're like twice my size. So they look like giant towers walking down the street.
And the hair. The
Yes.
hair. Now, I know you're a drummer,
Yes.
so I know all the hair isn't real. Yours is, obviously.
Yeah, I've actually fortunate enough to still have my own hair, but I can't believe you ratted out the drummer like that.
No,
That's horrible.
he was the one who told me it was okay to say it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to school him again, I guess. He just Santa Claus's beard isn't real either. Oh my God.
What songs are we doing tonight? What era are we in?
Well, we like to focus on the classic KISS, is what we call it, I guess, which most people that follow KISS
Before
is-
Unmasked?
Before they took the actually Unmasked, they weren't unmasked, but before they took the makeup off. would
Right.
be, yeah, and so it's kind of like before Ace and Peter left, and we might throw in something else, out of that era. But for the most part, we like to stick to what we consider the classic KISS. Yeah.
Good. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, awesome. I appreciate that, brother.
That's what I'm definitely looking forward to. Brad, you a
Sir.
KISS fan?
Yes, I am.
How could you not be, right?
Well, exactly. I grew up in that era. Man, that was the thing where whenever it came on the school bus, it was a race to see whether the school bus driver would turn it off before everybody started rocking.
This is just going to be something. No Elvis tonight, though, brother. I was complimenting your buddy here on his hair game when we were talking about you. And we
I
mentioned
taught him
Elvis.
everything he knows about his hair game.
All right. When's the last time you've done an Elvis impersonation? Was it on my show?
Oh, dude, I was 20.
No, you did a little one on Brother Beercast
Did I?
episode last year. I
How
believe.
drunk was I?
Dude, you know what we do.
Well, if that was the case, then maybe a year.
Well, that's where your name comes from, and you rock the name.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever do it again?
No.
Really?
I won't do it again.
Really?
No.
That bad?
It's fun because I enjoy Elvis.
Right.
I don't want to enjoy Elvis again. There was a point in time where it's like, I can't, no, this guy is terrible. And it's almost sacrilegious to say. And then next thing I know, I was like, well, I went to the rock and roll game and did whatever, and I liked Elvis again. So I'd rather keep it that way than be burnt out by it.
I understand. That makes sense to me. So
Very good.
you're doing this solo acoustic stuff these days.
Yes, sir.
How's everything going with that?
Everything's fine. I'm kind of just here and there and everywhere.
Right.
I'm doing the solo thing. I play in a few acoustic trios. I'm playing with Death by Misadventure now, and this is just kind of become my Indianapolis life.
That's what you do, man.
Yeah,
That's what you do.
kind of that hired gun for good people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You ever play a KISS song?
Have I ever played a KISS song?
Tell me about it, brother.
Which one?
I am so excited about tonight.
It's fun, isn't it?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited myself. I'm excited to see every band and just kind of hang out and relax for a little while. KISS though, I mean AC/DC actually is my favorite band of all time. That's a thing for me. KISS is like they kind of go hand in hand for me. It was like I mean a different style of rock and roll, but not too far from each other in and of itself. I mean, when I was that age. I'm a little younger than some other folks around this table, and but I was rocking Kiss Alive. Yeah, right.
Here we go again.
I was rocking Kiss Alive 3 almost on repeat at one point in my life when I was young. That I kind of grew up liking the classic Kiss and the '80s Kiss, Unmasked, Masked Again, hiatus, non-hiatus. Let's come back. Let's bring Tommy Thayer in the thing. Like I love all eras of Kiss, and I'm just really happy to see that that there is a really good tribute act out there,
Right.
paying homage to the actual classic, classic tunes, your Destroyers and beyond.
Yeah. Okay. See, I'm a classic guy too. The original is what I loved.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually met Tommy Thayer in Nashville. I think I told you that story.
You don't
told
really
so many stories.
You talk about how much you love me, but we don't really go hang out or do anything anymore.
Didn't I tell you?
Like we used to. Like I think we're past that honeymoon stage.
Brother, I think the way that we work and our schedules, it's just the only time I can see you is when I come into Sam Ash for a minute to get
that's
something.
actually it sucks. We got to figure this out.
But you're always busy in there too. I mean, I hug your neck while you're running by.
That's true.
How long have you been there now?
Almost 3 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the manager in the whole nine, and
I do what I need to do.
They're shipping you all over the country, and
when I go visit guitar factories, yes.
Making all that money.
Yes, sir. I don't know what to say to that.
I think the most I see you is in Sherry's videos when you're at the mail.
Oh, I don't remember those nights either.
Our friend Sherry.
Oh, our good friend Sherry Brightweiser, yes.
I never met her either. She's a Facebook friend.
Really?
But every time Sherry...
She's fantastic.
I guess every time...
She's like a big sister.
I must follow her, or I'm subscribed to her Facebook Live videos, because every time she goes live, it pops up, and I can't not watch.
Sherry is one of those like devoted music fans and just part of the scene here in Indianapolis that she won't go away. I mean, there's a lot of cats like that. That's why I love this scene down here. That's why I still stick around here. I mean, I grew up, born and raised Chicago, and the scene up there is fantastic as well. But there's something here about the Indianapolis scene that everyone is just family, no matter if you know them or if they're just a Facebook friend or whatever. It's family.
Oh, absolutely.
It's great.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. KIST is playing in the building tonight, man.
It's exciting.
It's very exciting. I'm pumped up over here. Josh made it worse because I know we're going to be drinking tonight. What time's the Oasis Lounge close?
When the last dog dies, man.
Okay, so I'm saying.
Hey, we'll be here for a week.
I'm saying they have bourbon over here. They've got old style here. We're going to be all right, brother.
They do have old style over
They
here?
do have old style.
That's cool. Very cool.
With a brand new neon sign over there we were taking pictures with earlier.
That's a thing.
That is a thing.
All right, well,
absolutely.
There's where I'm from, there's like a Chicago chapter of these dudes that literally go around, like they have like a bar, like a hop, like a trail kind of thing that they do, and they only drink old style. They just get old style in different bars that pop up. So we got to start something down here about that.
I think we should. Yeah. Absolutely. The lineup for KIST tonight.
Yes.
Tell me the other members of the band.
What do you want to know?
Well, you're the only one I've met other than the drummer. So
okay. Well, that's two then, right?
Throw
so
some
you
name out. We're halfway there.
Well, we have typically when we do this, we like to kind of use stage names
Okay.
as opposed to our real name,
See,
just kind of like being a PT.
That's what AC/DC was doing over here to me a while ago. He's talking about a Corvette and a Ferrari. I'm like, dude.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that, yeah,
Hassenpfeffer,
absolutely.
what was the other guy's name? Hassenpfeffer? What was it?
Which, Holsizer.
Holsizer. Okay. I couldn't remember.
So the reason for stage names is, again, I got a real lucky opportunity to spend some time with KISS's first manager, Bill O'Coin. And he was a great guy, you know, God rest his soul. He's a great man. And I think without Bill O'Coin, KISS probably doesn't become KISS. I don't know if you know the backstory on that, but it's long but interesting. So sometime we'll have to talk about that. But in any case, Bill was, we did a tribute or a expo in Chicago, and he was a special speaker there. And afterwards, he took us to the lounge and was buying us $65 shots of schnapps. Because and I thought he was just being nice, and the promoter was like, "No, he really likes you guys. I've never seen him do that at one of these expos." So it was real cool, and you know, knowing his stuff and his name all over KISS's merch, you know, and records and everything back in the day, and be able to talk to the guy was really cool. But he asked me, you know, how we did things, and I said, "You're not going to sue us, are you?" And he kind of course, chuckled, and he said, "You know, I like the fact that you do." Everything says a tribute to KISS on it, because we want people to understand it's really not about us. It's about the spirit of KISS and what they did. And certainly you can't really take credit for anything that KISS did. So we use the stage names because sometimes people, you know, they try to put their own face, like, gosh, here's what I look like without makeup, doing the KISS tribute thing. And I just think that's goofy, you know. So, but we have Craig Ace Phillips. That's actually his kind of real name on lead guitar. He plays a spaceman. And then we have John Slayton, who is the Demon.
Okay. Now, how long has this lineup been together?
Lime's been together for a little bit now. We three of us have been together for quite a while. We added a new member, and you're just going to have to guess which one that is tonight. You'll probably be able to pick it out. No, I'm just kidding. He'll have his costume on backwards, probably. But, you know, it's a great lineup. I have to say that I've been in the band since the beginning, and it's better than ever, as it should be, and just as much fun as ever. It's a really great chemistry between all four of us, so that's really cool, too.
Now, I guess about the time of the solo albums, things started going south. Am I correct?
Yeah, they kind of branched off, if I'm correct, on the solo albums because there was some tension, and then they decided, hey, let's just all do our own solo albums, and then, you know, maybe that'll release some tension within the band. Yeah.
Well, didn't everybody kind of write books as well and give
interviews?
Interviews?
Oh, yeah.
Crossing everybody out? And
yeah, it was, you know, I mean, it is what it is.
What is your outlook on that whole thing?
How do you mean?
Dude, the greatest band in the world, and they were cutting each other like they were, and we found out some stuff about Peter and Chris that we didn't enjoy. And
yeah, it's a little unfortunate.
Which
I
doesn't
think.
take away from his talent, but
yeah,
you know, these days it's not good.
Yeah, you know, it was unfortunate, I think, but again, I guess, you know, when you're dealing with the truth, and hopefully most of that stuff is in some level true, you know, it's also a reality, because sometimes I think it's good for people to understand that these people are just people too, you know, so they have faults and
but we don't see them as that, you know.
I know, but that's what my point is. I think maybe it's okay to see that, you know, they aren't necessarily above anybody else in the sense of, yeah, they're very successful and very talented and all that, but at the same point, they've got problems too, you know, so, yeah.
What about the rumors? Okay, when I was growing up, you know, there's a picture, you know, of Ace Frehley getting electrocuted and everything on stage, and
well, that actually did happen.
Well, I kind of figure you're an aficionado. So
well, I hate to say that, you know, just people that, I mean,
let me say it.
Own up to it, dude. Being aficionado of anything is awesome.
Well, I know, but there's people that are gonna, you know, be like, I mean, I went to, when this whole thing started, I didn't think anybody would have any interest, and then the guy that was helping me started said, hey, you know, have you ever been to an expo? And I said no, and then that's when I realized, as much as I thought I liked KISS, I really didn't like KISS as much as I thought, because everybody was, I mean, it was unreal. It was really very cool, but just the fan base of these guys is incredible. And so that's why it kind of made sense to me to say, hey, if they got this kind of fan base, then if you can do a decent job that pays true homage, then maybe it'll be a good thing and work out, you know. So, and it has, so it's been great.
That's phenomenal. What about the lineup of songs? How long is your set tonight?
The set is going to depend, because we can only, I think they kick us out of the room at 1 o'clock. So
okay.
we have to tear down our stage set, which we unfortunately haven't set the whole thing up, but it's still going to look pretty cool. Most historic places, such as the Murat, do not like you to do any kind of pyrotechnics or whatever, because normally we like to do that as well, obviously. And we've got a really killer pyro system and flame boxes and all kinds of cool stuff. But that all got kiboshed, so to speak. Yeah.
We're doing it anyway.
Yeah, oh my God, don't say that. Yeah, so yeah, unfortunately, even the demon will not be allowed to breathe fire. So.
You're actually sitting in the only part of the building that's ever caught fire.
Well, see, then it would be okay. I mean, it wouldn't be lightning can't strike twice, right?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Will there be blood tonight?
Well, there will be blood, hopefully, just from one of the characters, but, we'll see.
Hopefully from just one. I am so excited about this.
Well, I appreciate that.
Death by Misadventure, KIST, and the Ash Rock Band that came in here. If I Was Royalty. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's really cool. I mean, think about it. I think for us, a lot of kids enjoy seeing the show, and it's just so neat if you think that maybe one kid gets inspired to pick up a guitar or play the drums, and that's very cool. So I think the Sam Ash program is awesome for that type of thing. That's incredible.
It is a phenomenal program. It's a phenomenal company. I'm very proud to have them as a sponsor of all my shows.
Right.
Sam Ash started as a sponsor of one of them, and we kind of moved him to the.
We only thought it was still the one.
No, Jamie knows.
Oh,
that's why he's going to movie night with me next week.
Oh, is he?
That's the only reason.
Yeah. Oh. Lucky. Wait, is that the Rogue One one?
That's Rogue One.
It is Star Wars.
We're going live
See,
with
like
Rogue One.
it's like Star Wars and KISS just go like hand in hand for me.
Along with this Bud Light.
Well, it's very interesting from us. Tonight we're with KIST and AC/DC, and tomorrow night we'll be doing the Walking Dead stuff. So we're all over the place over here.
Still doing the Drinking Dead.
Yes.
It is live from another JO Media production. We are in the Oasis Lounge, part of the Mirage building. Tonight it is KIST and Death by Misadventure for the Toys for Tot drive. It's going to be a lot of fun. How long have you been involved in Toys for Tots?
Since they asked us to do the show.
Just this one? This is the first one?
Yeah, so hopefully it'll lead to something. No, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, that was the truth.
No, that was me. Well, you could have lied to me.
Well, I hate doing that.
I've been married twice, so it's quite all right.
Okay.
I could have swore it was an annual thing. All right.
Well, maybe it will be. See, maybe it could be foreshadowing there. You never know.
There we go. There we go. You ever done any charity work with the AC/DC band?
No, this is our first one here tonight.
A new endeavor is what we're doing tonight,
looking
Brad.
forward to some success here and coming back and doing it again.
Success was not the word you first
Look,
said.
we're looking
little Freudian slip there, I think.
That's after the show.
That's okay. and we're all devils for pointing that out. And we're sorry
I
about
do
that.
have to ask you guys,
That's
and
later.
this is just a little out there, but I think you'll see where I'm going with this.
No.
I've got a buddy who's a Bill Clinton impersonator, and there are people that, even though they see the show, they know that it's kind of a spoof, they blur the line between what's reality and what's just kind of a tribute or good fun. How often do you have groupies that will say, yep?
Well,
Did you know where I'm going with that?
I'll tell you right now, these guys.
You're going to defer.
Where are they at?
You're going to defer.
These guys.
Well, it's interesting because it's not just about groupies. It's also just, your average person. A lot of times, I always get kind of fascinated about how you try to explain like what you just said about not being actually KISS, and then they just want to believe it,
Right.
And so that's really kind of cool. And I felt really goofy at that at first, and then of course I thought, well, why not go ahead and just kind of, it's their little like dream world, Like I'm gonna have to do another stripper reference, but I'm sorry. It is rock and roll, but like when you go to the strip club, you really think the dancer likes you.
Wait.
So it's the same kind of fantasy.
Sorry, Johnny.
No, Johnny.
Sorry.
No, Johnny, she doesn't.
We'll have a talk later.
Don't ask why. Just
Right. So you just kind of think that it's all about your charismatic personality or what have you, and of course we all know that's, for none of us that's really true, but it's fun to believe. So I think that's the whole point.
it kind of ramps up this. I saw earlier this week that a guy holding a guitar case has like a 1 in 3 shot of getting a girl to at least join him for coffee if he asks her out, whereas like it's 5%. If you're some random dude on the street.
Yeah,
so
there's
you're
something,
taking that 1 in 3 and then ramping it up even more.
Yeah, because the makeup and stuff, it's really weird. It's funny. I think that when you become kind of a little anonymous with the makeup on, they'll really say things and do things they probably would never do normally, obviously. So the makeup even takes it to another level. So that's why I always try to leave it on.
And I might add, they do sell guitar cases at Sam Ash, so I would talk to Memphis over here because he can improve your life for you a little bit.
I have 4 of them.
And we
You
have,
have 4 of them.
And I don't have a guitar, so yes, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, just an empty guitar case. Okay.
That is. Brad, you can stay right where
But
you
we
are.
have those awesome stickers where they could put on their guitar case, Johnny.
We
with
do
our
have the
faces
JL
on
Media
them.
stickers to put on those
Speaking
guitar
of
cases.
groupies, I need to go now.
Yep.
Mr. Paul, it was wonderful to meet you, my friend. We will see you backstage a little bit later. And
Thanks so much.
We will be screaming for you.
We want to see you. We want to see you up front jumping around, buddy.
I'll be there.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
I got to
Thank
head
you.
back with him, so
Do your thing, man. We'll see
Get
you
ready
later.
for the
as well.
show.
Again, love to hear, man.
thank you.
I'm telling you.
Hey, you're not doing too bad. Give it about 4 more months.
Thanks, guys.
Brad, are we having fun yet, brother?
We're having a great time, man.
I love this. I love this. We should be over to Antelope Club, but we are closer to the Mirage since we're in the building. But I'll see you in a little bit, all right, my man? I'm going to hug your neck, too, when you're all dressed out. It's Paul Stanley. Where am I? Brad Klopp, the manager of the Antelope Club, where I'm a member, and also they run the Oasis Lounge. That's why we're here. Is now sitting beside Mr. Preston Nash. This is the gentleman I wanted you to meet. Hey, brother.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You nervous? You ready?
No, not nervous. No.
Everything's set up and ready to go? And
No. we're still chipping away at it, but it's getting closer. So I had a couple minutes. They're miking up my stuff, so I stole away for a few minutes. Come down and rap with you.
I appreciate you doing that. Preston, among many things, is the, I guess, starter. Yeah, you formed the whole thing, the AshRock program there at AshRock.
We started the AshRock program back in early 2012, and I'm sorry, 2012, and because you don't say like 19,076, that'd be silly. So
yeah.
you say 1976. So 2012, we started the AshRock program, and we started with one band, 4 kids, and now this last time around we had 20 bands again. And I'm very, very excited to see 2 of them, 2 of our primo acts, one of our youth bands, If I Was Royalty, and obviously Death by Misadventure, playing all the best Bon Scott AC/DC. They started in our program, and here we are playing the Egyptian Room. So it's aside from the thrill of getting to perform myself and hopefully raise a ton of funds for Riley and a ton of toys for Tots. Aside from that, it's also very satisfying for me to see 2 of the bands that I helped put together and get to this point, rock a big stage tonight.
That's very cool, and you got to be proud of that bass player in If I Was Royalty.
He's a little turd, But
we were sitting down, and the drummer looked familiar to me, but I didn't recognize your son.
Yeah, that's my son Harley, and it's. As his daddy, of course, I'm proud of him, but now it's to the point where he pisses me off because he's better than I am on most of the instruments that I play. I mean, he's one of the best little bass players in the city. I will say that, and the stuff that he does, I'm just like, it warms my heart and ticks me off at the same time.
We found out via a fan that he's dating now. You know this, right?
Yeah.
He's a rock star. I'm sure you
He
had
didn't want to talk about it though.
No, I'm sure he didn't. But
he's a rock star. I'm sure you had the talk with him like 8 years ago.
Well, yeah, it might be time for another one though.
You play drums as Peter Criss.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Tell us about this, brother. How did this start for you?
Well, I was playing in. I joined a band that our Gene Simmons guy, John Slayton. He and I were in a band together for a couple of years, and he was doing the KISS tribute thing at the same time. And they had another drummer, and then just eventually the other drummer didn't work out, so he asked me if I wanted to do it. And the reason being a KISS fan over the years, the reason I never did it was I didn't really feel like I could do the vocals justice because Peter Criss had an amazing voice.
Absolutely.
And so, but I've worked at it, and the couple songs I'm singing, so far no one's thrown beer bottles or eggs at me, so I'm doing okay. But anyway, I started. That's how I got started. John was doing it with Mike for years, and then they finally needed a drummer, so he asked me to do it, and I've been doing it for it'll be 2 years in the spring. And
you're having a ball with it too.
It's great, man. It's a lot of work, obviously the gear and the makeup and the costume and all of that. It's a lot of work, but when you go on stage and you see the people's reaction, hearing the songs that they've known for decades and seeing a band that looks, like KISS, it's probably the best thing you could see without seeing the real band.
And what was interesting on social media here in this last week, you took a a practice and made a little game out of it. It was a lot of fun for some of us.
Well, I figured out, something different other than just posting the same flyer or the same, like let's do something a little bit different. And
I think it was a great idea.
Yeah, so I was just practicing the songs, and so I set up a camera. I'm like, well, let's see if people can name the tune just from hearing the drum part, and so I picked
just
some
for
of
a
the
minute.
Yeah,
just a minute.
Yeah, just a little bit, just so I picked some of the signature parts, and of course, it was 5 seconds after I posted it, someone had an answer. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was great. And of course, Detroit Rock City.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how can you not? How can you not?
Yeah, as soon as you hear it, it's like that and Love Gun. As soon as you hear those beginnings, it's and to me that's always the key of a good drum part is if you can hear it and know what the song is without hearing anything else other than the drums. To me, that's a good musical drum part, and Peter Criss was chock full of them.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I am so excited about tonight. It is at the Egyptian Room, 7 p.m. We're going live with this. It's going to be a lot of fun. They were telling me this is your first year with the Toys for Tots charity.
This is. We've been with Riley. We partnered with Riley basically as soon as I took over as lesson coordinator at Sam Ash.
That's where I got it confused. I knew they worked with charities, man.
Yeah, we've been with Riley since I took over as the lesson coordinator because I believe in obviously what they're doing, and in particular, all the funds that we raise goes to music therapy, and I'm a big proponent and believer in music therapy and some of the miraculous things that has done with not just kids like the kids at Riley, but with adults. It's a fascinating, wonderful, growing field. So we use our events to just have people put money in the buckets, and we've raised a few $1,000s for them over the course of the last 5 years. So Toys for Tots. We with this show, we wanted to do something other than just make it a Riley fundraiser. We wanted to make it a little bit bigger and more grandiose. And obviously, this being the holiday season, we figured Toys for Tots would be another perfect beneficiary of what we could do here. So, Doug Hardwick from the Gordon Pipers, who are also you're going to see tonight on stage. He is a Marine, and he's involved with Toys for Tots. So it was a no-brainer. As soon as I said, he goes, done. He goes, and literally the next day I had the boxes waiting for the show. So
that's awesome.
So I'm very glad to be partnering up with them as well.
Gordon Pipers is going to be on stage tonight at a KIST show.
Yeah, yes, sir.
How cool is that?
It's almost like Halloween. It's like you got the Gordon Pipers dressed up in the full the kilt uniforms, and obviously what we do, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, they're gonna. Met Doug earlier this year, and I was doing a gig with another band, and it was St. Patty's Day, and I asked him to, I told the singer of the group, so I said, well, get him to play Long Way to the Top, because that group was doing it too, the AC/DC song that has bagpipes in it. And so right in the Grill in Geist, and sure enough, Doug just jammed with us playing Long Way to the Top, and that started the relationship. And it turns out that he is a longtime friend of Rob Clark, who you just spoke to from Death by Misadventure.
Right.
It all just fell together like it was scripted. And so now not only does Doug perform with Death by Misadventure playing Long Way to the Top, but now I'm also performing playing tenor drum with the Gordon Pipers. And so you'll see me if you come out tonight, you'll see me in my KISS outfit. If you come down to tailgate at Lucas Oil tomorrow morning, you'll see me in my kilt. So it's dress up weekend.
Mandy, how I always say, I wish we could work with people who work like we do.
Yeah, you can.
The Nashes do. Rocky and Preston do.
Yeah.
Rocky was telling us earlier that we're not getting pyro.
No pyro tonight. That was the first question that we asked, and that was the first question that we asked when we came in and did a walkthrough.
Yeah.
And the first answer that we got was no. And it's a safety issue, and I didn't even question it. I didn't push it. It's obvious. Some places you can do it, outdoor festivals and such. Some places you can't, and so we can't, and that's it. So unfortunately, no pyro.
Still going to be a phenomenal show.
Oh, it's still a phenomenal show. You still got your smoke, you still got lights, you still got all the other effects. We just can't have anything that's flaming,
Other than your lyrics.
Yeah.
Now,
Brad, just jump in, brother.
I was going to say, I'm going to tie this whole show up in one neat little bow. Preston, you may or may not know this. We've got photos over at the Antelope Club. The Gordon Pipers actually started as the Antelope Club Pipers.
Really?
For real. So the Gordon Pipers came through on St. Patrick's Day a couple years ago, and that was somebody who's in the Pipers realized the history and said, hey, we'd like to perform there, and I need to get you guys back. But, yeah, so there is that history is kind of conjoined.
The whole history lesson.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's like 6 degrees of separation here. Where's Kevin Bacon?
Exactly. Now, Rocky was also telling us that if they can't make it to the Egyptian room tonight, they can still donate. Now, you have the buckets at Sam Ash, correct?
Yeah, we always have the buckets at Sam Ash. You can still donate. I'll try to I'll work it out so we could still hold on to one of the Toys for Tots boxes as well. So if people want to stop by Sam Ash, which is up on 82nd Street in Castleton, just come on in. If you can't make it down tonight but still want to donate, we always have the red buckets around year-round, and we'll have I'll work it out so we can have a toy donation box up through Christmas.
There you go. See, that's what he can do. That's what he can do.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
I have that power.
I have one final question for you. I know
Sure.
you got to go get in makeup. Are we going to hear Beth tonight?
Do you want to hear Beth tonight?
Absolutely.
Well, then for you, I'll send it out to you. I'll say, this is going out to Johnny, and I'll get a whole bunch of strange looks. No, yeah. Yes, we will be doing Beth tonight.
You don't have to do it. You can do Mandy.
We will be doing Beth
no,
tonight.
not the song Mandy, but you could. Yeah, don't do Mandy.
No.
But say your name. You can say your name.
Yes, but unless there's some technical reason why it doesn't work, yes, we will be doing Beth, and it's that, believe it or not, that is one of the first time doing it. That's one of the scariest things for me, because I'm not a singer. I'm a musician that can sing, but I'm not a singer, and I really don't like being out on stage without something in front of me, whether if it's a band where I'm playing guitar or bass, or to just be out there just figuratively naked, just singing a song, just me all by myself, not even the rest of the band on stage.
Yeah.
Man, that's the scariest. That's the scariest thing for me. So what I have to do is just not even think about it. When it comes up, I just have to run out and just go do it, but as soon as I start, it's fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I am definitely looking forward to that part of it. Gordon Pipers, Sam Ash, Ash Rock, KIST. Is there anything I'm missing here?
Well, Toys for Tots, Riley.
Tonight, yeah.
And that's as exciting as it's going to be to play tonight, and as fun as it is, again, to both play on stage with KIST and also to see two of the Ash Rock bands perform. It's really, really means a lot to me. Every dime that we raise and every toy that we get for Toys for Tots, for me, that's what it's really, ultimately, that's going to be the satisfaction and payoff.
We'll be over there supporting you, and you're going to be taking pictures with us backstage. We got the film crew coming over. I am so looking forward to it. What time do you have to be? What time do you have to be in makeup? We got to get you out of here in just a minute.
Yeah, I got to go up and see where we're at as far as like a sound check and all that. I'm gonna try to. It takes me about an hour and a half. So if I was royalties on stage, I'm probably going to be able to catch maybe like the first few songs are there, because I want to see them play as much as I can, and then I'm probably going to have to skate out about midway through their set to start doing my thing.
What time do the doors open over there?
Doors are at 7, and if I was royalty, is going to go on stage at 7:30, so that way people have time to get in, get warm, get a drink if they want, find their spot, and then we'll kick it off at 7:30, and the night's just not going to stop from there.
Absolutely perfect. Brother, thank you for taking the time out of the afternoon to come sit with us.
My pleasure, Johnny. I always love talking to you.
I love Preston Nash, brother. That's my buddy right there. It's the Egyptian Room, 7 o'clock. KIST is going to be there. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Dude, I'm excited, man.
That's a heck of a night.
What do you think, brother?
Strong lineup.
Oh, it's going to be big.
Dude, it's going to be big. Fun. It's going to be so much fun.
You going to join us over there?
I'm going to try. Antelope Club Christmas parties tonight, so I got to.
You do have a holiday party over there. If you can't make it to the Egyptian Room, if you don't love rock and roll, well, I mean, technically you could do both.
If you do.
Yeah. Antelope Club Christmas parties from 6 to 9, so I'm sure I can figure this out.
Well, as a private club over there, I mean, for lunchtime, you let, just
open to the public, come in, have lunch. If you want to come in afternoon or evening and have a cocktail, you're my guest. I'll show you around. Usually people either say, I love this place, I want to join, or they're like, yep, not for me.
Yeah, and I was the first.
You were sucked in from day one, every Friday afternoon.
Well, I've got to be there once a week. I've hit a couple of Wednesdays here lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We close about 75%. Say 75% of the people that come through say, yep, this is a place I want to be a member of, and the other 25% are like, yep, not for me, and hey, that's fine. you know what? Not every place is for everyone.
And they do love rock and roll over there. I was just kidding because they will have that jukebox going.
Oh, yeah.
You have live music over there as well, right?
Occasionally. We need to start getting back into it. Just the problem is we don't have a room that's big enough to hold more than 45 or 50 people, and it's hard to make the numbers work. Yeah. You need a little bit bigger space like we got here at the Oasis, here at the Murat.
But do we do live music here?
We're going to start doing it. Start doing band nights on Saturday nights. So
when did you guys take over the Oasis Lounge?
We started Labor Day. So we've been in here now 3 months, and it's building very nicely. We got Chef Rob, who'd been running the Chef's Academy. He's running the kitchen here.
He just walked
out, but the food's fantastic. We've got Henry, who's our mixologist behind the bar, and that dude, he takes his craft seriously. Mike Decker, he runs the place, front of the house. So, they do a great job. And this is a nice little hidden gem in here that we're trying to make a little less hidden.
Now, the Oasis Lounge, where we are now.
Right.
Is it a private club as well?
It is, but kind of similar to the Antelope Club. Show up here, and you'll be our guest.
Now, do you have to be a Shriner to be a member here?
To be a member, you first have to be a Mason, and then once you're a Mason, then you become a Shriner. And then you have access here. So, but we're trying to make this a little bit more friendly so that, Shriners, Shriners' friends, friends of Shriners. If you like Shriners, you can come hang out. I mean, it's too nice of a space to not be used.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great room.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay in good with my brother's a Mason. My father was, but
my grandfather is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my understanding is Masons cannot have alcohol in their lodges, hence the shrine.
I didn't know that.
So the Shriners, they raise money for the Shrine Children's Hospital. They also have the meeting space where you can grab a cocktail and a fine dinner before and after your meeting, and otherwise just come hang out and enjoy yourself, play the jukebox. On Saturday nights, we're going to start having live music.
That is very cool. It's a great room over here, as well as the Antelope Club. I love them both. Go over to the Antelope Club. Check them out for lunch. They got a great kitchen over there.
Yeah.
Now, Chef Rob
I try to source most of our stuff locally, and
you do catering as well.
Somewhat, not huge catering, but yeah, we'll do smaller events.
Okay, we can do it all. Tell them that Johnny sent you. They're gonna look at you real funny, but they will let you in. And they got great prices on some great alcohol, and a lot of great people hang out over there. I absolutely love it. Thank you for approving my membership.
Thanks, Johnny.
Brother.
You know I love you.
Love you back, brother. We are at the Oasis Lounge. It is live from Mandy. We're seeing KIST tonight.
I am pumped.
Egyptian Room at 7 o'clock. It's Toys for Tots charity fundraiser. You know how this works. Bring an unopened toy. Not a used one.
Correct.
Yeah. And a child's toy. Maybe we need to elaborate on that. Not any adult toys. I hadn't had anything to drink yet. I'm sober right now, too. I had one beer at the Antelope Club.
Unopened children's toy for Toys for Tots.
Thank you so much.
This makes me think there needs to be a secondary charity that's toys for adults.
I can see it working. I can definitely see it working. It is live from another JL Media production. We've been at the Oasis Lounge in preparation for the Egyptian Room tonight. It's KIST. It's an AC/DC tribute band. Death by Misadventure. And, of course, the Ash Rock Band, the Youngsters.
Oh, I cannot wait to see them.
If I Was Royalty.
They were so cute.
Can you believe that lead singer's 12 years old? I still can't get over that.
I was just looking at, all of the kids.
I am getting very old. Check out the Oasis Lounge. Check out the Antelope Club. I'll be down there every Friday afternoon about 1 o'clock. Come have a beer with me and a cigar.
Yeah.
Brad, thanks for letting us do it here, and thanks for joining us, brother.
Thanks, Johnny. Love seeing you. Thank you, Mandy.